So, hello everyone. My name is Stefano Morson. I'm a software engineer at Eurotech, and today I will talk about give you an update on the Eclipse Kapua project. So, what is Kapua? First of all, Kapua is a modular integration platform for implementation of IoT end-to-end solution. It provides a multi-tenant environment and focus on providing comprehensive management of edge devices, as well as collecting data, and routing data for real-time data processing and data storing. So basically the architecture of the application is the one showed in the slide. So data flow from the devices to the gateways, from the gateways to the messaging layer. Messaging layer accepts connections, validates connections, pick up data, and routes data to the backend applications, where we have the device registry, broadly speaking, a device management, and the data management, where telemetry data is stored and where it can be processed. Around this core, we have applications for administration of the platform and for integration of enterprise application that wants to leverage the platform to build their value upon it and to build their own IoT solution. So basically, for the Kapua 1.0, we have this basic deployment where we have 3 application components. We have an administration console, an API gateway, and device broker, the messaging broker, sorry. Yeah, connecting devices, of course. We're going to have also a service events broker. All these components are have a container, so they can be containerized in Docker. And we also have a couple of backend. Sorry. Yeah.
Are there plans to break up the administration?
Yeah. Well, basically, that's a point that we will face. I will tell about it during the presentation, and I will also explain this during the session that we have tomorrow together with Jens. But yeah, we consolidated, broadly speaking, we consolidated the functionalities. We provided the core functionalities. Now the time is for extensibility and the composition, yeah. So in the perspective, yeah, the answer is yes. So I was telling, yeah, a couple of more components in the back end is the persistency layer, the data tier. So we have basically a SQL persistence layer for management operations, and then we have a NoSQL data store based on Elasticsearch. So a couple of screenshots, well, not actually that defined, but yeah, this is basically the web console showing the device registry view. You have devices in the top, and then you have the management operation in the tabs in the lower part of the. So this is a view for configuration of MQTT data transport, where we have a Cura device connected to the platform. Another view for the assets and channels integration with Cura, with the Cura device, device. This is a quick view on the Swagger UI for the REST API that we provide. So basically showing that the API is documented and accessible from a Swagger. Here is an example of a dashboard that can be built. Of course, there's Grafana behind the scenes here, but yeah, basically the data is picked by the Elasticsearch data store that is running behind behind the scenes in the Kapua platform. So what we did in the last year, we were here first time on 2016, and we released a Kapua release 0.2 on June 2017, where we consolidated a lot of functionalities that we already started the year at the time we were here for the first time. So we basically completed the multi-tenancy, authentication and authorization, device registry, device management, data store, and of course the admin console, RESTful API, and messaging. We also set up a couple of reference deployments for plain Dockers and OpenShift environment that were very useful also to set up test beds. We have a few of them around. And then we not just started, but we developed a lot of work in the testing for the testing of the functionalities. Then, beginning of October 2017, we released Kapua 03. So we improved the integration with Elasticsearch, providing the REST client, which should be better for Elasticsearch hosted environments. We also extended the API, providing generic request response on a device and a function to publish a message to the messaging service. We also provided some new IoT services. So we have now a device tag service, which allows to search to tag devices with a keyword and search for those devices. That's useful for a large amount of devices. We have a task scheduler, and we can run device jobs. So apply an operation on a large set of small or large set of devices. And we integrated the assets and channels functionality with connecting it to the Cura counterpart. We also implemented self-registration functionality to ease the work with testbeds to allow users to auto-register into the platform and create an account. So project statistics, we are, the project has 1 year now. We have 18 code contributors. We have a base of 12 committers. We have 1 new recently joined the team, which is Uroš Mezaric, who is also here in the room. We have kind of 450 pull requests and 360 bugs opened. A little bit fewer closed. So the roadmap for the OneO. The OneO is scheduled for the end of the 2017. What we have in plan to do, what we are basically already working on, is service events for orchestrating the services in the platform using not orchestration, a choreography pattern. And we also have to improve and develop further the service lifecycle management. This is a key point also for extendability and pluggability of functionalities. Also have to improve a bit the device connection functionality, so how basically this messaging service is configurable on per tenant basis, this kind of things. We have to complete some work on the device management area, particularly on package updates. We're going to support long-running package updates, providing basically tracking progress of this kind of operations along the time. OneO will have the same deployment model of Kapua 03, so basically the three components, three application components, the web console, the REST API, the broker, and the messaging broker, and the service events broker. We have to increase and improve the documentation. Then another thing that we want to work on is define a roadmap to reach the graduation for the Kapua project, hopefully for the Kapua 1.0. And yeah, as I said, the release for this for the 1.0 is planned for the end of the year. What's after the 1.0? So what we see now is, well, as I said, we consolidated the basic and the core functionalities. So what have to be done further is integrate with other Eclipse IoT projects. What we see in the short term is evolving the messaging to support different protocols. We're now basically still on MQTT, but we want to support other protocols, and even scalability is another point with the number of connections. And we see OneO also as a possible, of course, integration, natural integration in this area. Then Eclipse Listen as an alternative device management protocol, it would be a nice collaboration, a nice integration. We're working also on the new console, because the old one, or the current one, is still based on GWT. We want to move further into something that is more aligned with the latest technologies, and we already have something working, but still working on it. And another good point of integration will be providing a CuraWire editor to, well, offer a backend counterpart for the CuraWire functionality. So when this new Kapua, the next Kapua version is planned for first quarter or 2018. And then the idea is to, if we reach the graduation, to go with a release on a timely basis. How frequently has to be decided because it depends on manufacturer factors. But we want to be quite frequent. Let's see how we will implement this. Project challenges. Well, one of the challenges that we had at the beginning is Kapua is a quite complex platform with many dependencies. So we had to do a huge amount of work to create the CQs for each of these. We have kind of 250 dependencies, because you know there's the point regarding the transient dependencies. They're not first level dependent. Most of these are not first level dependencies, but they're transient dependencies. But so we had to add a lot of CQs. So I always have to thank Sharon for the support, Jens also for, and also Wayne for giving suggestions and help in this area. And yeah, up to now we're still in incubation. We're growing fast, but what we see in the near future is how to manage the release life cycle and timing. That would be a point that we'll face in the next year. And then, of course, most important, I guess, integrations. So Kapua is a platform, being a platform has a wide scope. So there's plenty of room for integration with other projects, how we can integrate, how we can engage with other projects to contribute into Kapua and to integrate and go ahead and adding functionalities and values to this project. So this, broadly speaking, I guess these three are the main challenges.
Just on the IP process, are you going type A?
We have the project is Type A. We have, I have to say, most of the most of the CQs are approved as Type B. We have not few, but not many Type A. But the idea is to, well, that being useful for maybe even for accelerating, that would be absolutely useful. It gave a lot of help. Then now most of the Type A's that we have can be converted into Type B by giving it some more time. So we want to incrementally move the Type A's to Type B's, and then reduce the number of Type A's to the minimum, hopefully 0, and then have the Type B also for the project. Well, yeah, I guess, yeah, this is the references for the project, and I completed my presentation.
Do you have any plans for Kubernetes?
What, sorry?
Kubernetes. Do you have any plans for using Kubernetes?
Well, actually, we have a demo deployment with OpenShift. Kubernetes is in OpenShift. OpenShift is built upon Kubernetes, so it's already there, basically. But yeah, I guess even going with a pure Kubernetes shouldn't be a problem, since we're basically already supporting it.
Other questions for Stefano?
So this might be more actually for Cristiano. So you mentioned Lightweight M2M and Leshan integration. Will this come also to Cura potentially? Lightweight M2M support?
Yeah, it could be implemented also in Cura and to some extension, but it could also be that it could be that you may want to connect a set of devices that simply implement that kind of protocol, and for Kapua it's okay. But yeah, a nice thing should be also to have this in Cura.
Any other questions? Okay. Thank you.